Welcome to the Tattness podcast. I am your host, Tattness, and just a quick disclaimer, as this is the first ever show. As the title suggests, it is in fact uncensored, so it's not safe for work, and if certain words offend you, then this may not be the show for you. I've been asked many times in the past weeks now, what will your show be about? And, well, man, let me tell you. When you're in MMA and you lift all the time, you're in the gym all the time, things like that, there seems to be this misconception that people have that you have no interest in anything other than punching shit. And I just want to clear that up and thought, this podcast will be about some serious subjects, sometimes some comedic nonsense, whatever comes up, man. It's just kind of a way for you to get away from your daily life and all the seriousness. We don't take ourselves too serious on this show, man. I think life's way too short for that. So I thought about it, and I thought, what better way to start off the first show than to just throw down the gauntlet, man. Let's just put it all on the table right now. Unpopular opinions. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to lose some friends over this. I'm probably going to lose listeners. I'm probably going to lose fans. Hell, I might even lose some family over this. But right out the gate, I'm just going to say it. Fuck Star Wars. There. I said it. I just right from the word go. Fuck Star Wars. And now I can almost feel the listeners, the hate mail, as they type the email. Dear Tattness, how dare you? You do not get to just say fuck Star Wars and not explain yourself. Hey man, at the end of the day, I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's really funny to me because I know how salty people get when you talk shit about Star Wars for some reason. People just lose their fucking minds. And it's kind of funny to me, but I don't know, man. I just can't get into it. Never could. Even as a kid, it was not for me. I just don't dig it, dude. I don't get it. I'm not saying anybody's stupid for liking it or any shit like that. It's just my personal opinion. I'm not into it. And before you go into some kind of nerd rage and send me, an email with all the analytics and the fucking stats, I get it, man. It's made stupid amounts of money, of course, and it's sold for stupid amounts of money, and I get all that. It's just not for me, and that's just how I view it. And it's kind of funny. I mean, people get so bent when it's such a sensitive subject, man. People get so bent when you say anything negative about Star Wars. Is such a touchy subject, and then here I am like a fucking bull in a china shop just letting it all go and fucking fuck Star Wars. I don't know, man. It's one of many things that I just don't get the hype around. So let's start off with unpopular opinions, and that is the first of many, I guarantee you. Harry Potter, for example, not for me, dude. Don't get it, never did. Lord of the Rings, man, let me tell you, I would rather sit and watch 3.5 hours of golf's greatest misses than sit through Lord of the Rings. Sorry, it's just not anything that I find interesting. I don't get it. And basically for me, anything that has a lot of hype around it, I tend to withdraw myself because I just feel like it's a bandwagoner thing at some point. How can that many people think something is such a masterpiece? Like, I don't see it. I really don't, Game of Thrones, another one. I don't get it. I don't understand where all that hype comes from. And then, what's that other show now? Like Vikings or something? That, dude, that has about the appeal to me as the Kardashians, except I've never had the desire to fuck a Viking. I feel like I've hurt a lot of feelings, man, with this whole Star Wars thing, you know what I'm saying? Now, before I hit you with this last one, this is a doozy, and I know you guys are going to be so pissed. So you can send your hate mail to tattnesspodcast@gmail.com and tell me how I'm the Antichrist for what I'm about to say. But here it is, man. Here comes the death blow. Pineapple on pizza. To me, bro, that is just titties and beer. I love it, personally. And if you think that pineapple has no place on pizza, I will straight up rain blows down on you, bro. It has its place. Now that we got that ugly piece of business out of the way, man, let's take a pause for the cause here, and let's talk about the shows you can expect upcoming. All of October, for example. It's Halloween season, man. So if you have any stories that you can't explain, any stories that you think that no one would believe you if you were to tell them, any kind of paranormal or even horror movie preferences, all of October we'll be talking about the paranormal, the unexplained, and horror movies. Which ones do you dig? Which ones do you hate? So you can send your stories to tattnesspodcast@gmail.com and tell us whatever story you have that you haven't been able to explain, and it'll fit right in with our theme of October. It's Halloween, man. You got to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't love Halloween season? Now, on the subject of movies, the Marvel movies, for example. Now, before you get all upset and think this is another unpopular opinion and I'm going to tear apart the Marvel movies now, simmer down. It's not even like that. I don't know, man. I don't have an opinion. I haven't really watched a whole lot of the newer ones. I love, anyone that knows me, man, you know, I love comic characters. I love things like Punisher, stuff like that. But I've never seen, like, the newer, like, all the Avengers movies, things like that. I have no opinion, dude, because I haven't seen them. All the new Spider-Man movies, things like that. The last time I saw one was probably, like, the first one. So I have no real opinion. But I have my producer with me, and we were talking about what if, now bear with me here, what if the cartoon bears world was like Marvel? And what if every cartoon bear you grew up with is darker than we ever imagined? Okay, so famous cartoon bears, if we were to take them and put them in like a Marvel type world, good guys or bad guys, that's what I want to figure out. So I don't know where you stand on it, but
I'm pretty, I have like my likes. Of course, obviously Yogi's the shit to me, and then of course Winnie the Pooh. Like every kid grew up with that.
Yeah, but I mean, good guys or bad guys?
Good guys or bad guys?
Personally, I think they're all fucking degenerates, except Paddington.
Okay.
Paddington Bear is the only moral compass of the whole cartoon bear world.
Okay. What about Baloo, man? He's Disney. He had his own plane.
Yeah, you know, I love Baloo, but are we talking Jungle Book Baloo or Tailspin Baloo? I know it's the same dude, but what time in his life? Because I'm starting to think that maybe he could possibly be like a drug cartel, like pilot or some shit.
Yeah, that's...
What does he need a big-ass fucking plane like that for? And it's obviously a cargo plane.
Okay, well, he's delivering shit. Maybe...
Yeah, but to who? And what is it?
Maybe
it's from Colombia.
Okay, maybe he was working for Amazon before Amazon came along. I don't know.
I don't buy it. I think he's a scumbag.
Fair enough, but, I mean, his early days when he was with Mowgli, he was kind of carefree, didn't give a shit, and then...
Where is that dude's clothes, man?
Well, I don't know, but he
you know what? That to me is putting him up there with Winnie the Pooh now, who is just a raging pedophile.
Oh my gosh. Why? Because none of them like pants?
You're in the woods with a young boy with no adult supervision whatsoever and no fucking pants on. That's shady, and I don't like it at all.
Well, no one likes pants. Like...
No, you know, and then... Why do you think that little pig motherfucker is so, like, anxious all the time? He's seen some shit, he knows too much, and he knows that if he fucking opens his mouth and speaks on what he has seen, then it's pulled pork for everyone.
That's true. Why he's so worried, and friggin' the donkey, Eeyore, is just like...
He is fucking bummed out because of all the injustice going on around him.
He's given up.
He's done.
He's done. But in terms of pedophile, I mean, Baloo, in the Jungle Book, let's face it, he didn't have any clothes. Let's say.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But then he became a businessman, and he had
and he bought a hat
and a Hawaiian shirt. Don't forget the Hawaiian shirt. And I guess he had a scarf too. So
all of a sudden he goes from romping around naked in the fucking jungle with a young boy to fucking Magnum PI.
Yeah, exactly.
And then flying drugs all over the fucking city with who knows what in that cargo plane.
Amazon packages.
I don't buy it. You can cover for him all you want. And then Berenstain Bears. Okay? There's something fucked up about that. That is like Florida resident inbred family. And I don't buy that they're innocent either.
Well, I grew up with them myself. The books, the CDs, the games, the cartoon.
Okay, and how do you remember the name?
Like how it's pronounced?
How's it spelled?
Bernstain.
Okay, but before everyone was saying it used to be EIN or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Berenstain and Steen.
Right. And that's what people remember, and they call that the Mandela Effect. And I think that what that is witness protection program. They've been involved in some shit. They fucking know some shit, and I think they snitched, and then they had to change their name, and they didn't do it very well.
No, they didn't. Then they ended up having to move into a friggin' tree.
Yeah.
Which I will admit, when I was younger, I wanted to live in that friggin' thing.
Speaking of trees, here's another fucking example. Winnie the Pooh harassing those bees. Fucking breaking and entering into their fucking tree and getting his fat ass stuck and trying to steal their fucking honey because he's an addict.
It's a liquid cocaine for him.
He will go to any lengths for that fucking sweet golden bee syrup. And he doesn't stop at anything.
No.
And he's harassing those poor bees and trying to steal from them. And I just think the whole thing's wrong.
Well, when you think of it, is he really the only famous cartoon bear that is all about the honey? I mean, Yogi, for instance, is about the picnic baskets.
Fuck.
And Paddington's the marmalade.
Hey.
Okay, no.
You leave Paddington alone.
No, I'm just using an example. And then, let's say, the Berenstain Bears. Honey as well. Like, they'll have variations of honey in their books or whatever, if I can recall. But yeah, no, but Baloo, too, I don't think is there honeybees in the jungle? Well, I guess there is. But
the fuck should I know? When do I go to the jungle? Do I just get on my private fucking jet and fly out to the fucking jungle?
Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, with the honey, sorry, I lost my train of thought where I was going with this, but yeah, no, but Winnie the Pooh definitely clearly has a problem, like, with...
But you were defending him last time we had this conversation.
Okay, fair enough, but he is he kind of represents, well,
I feel like you're backpedaling.
No, listen, so, Winnie the Pooh, I think, and the other characters represent 7 sins. Winnie is obviously, glutton.
Are you trying to turn this into a religious conversation?
No, but I'm just saying he's gluttonous for that damn honey.
Well, he's an addict.
Okay, fair enough. So he's trying to get that honey and that's a problem. But he just harasses, like you said, those bees. Even, didn't he harass Rabbit?
He harasses everybody. And
poor Christopher Robin, you said.
You were defending him, and now you're taking a different stance here. I knew you'd see things my way, but... Paddington is the moral compass, and I don't care if you like him or you don't. I love Paddington, and I think he is going to clean up that whole fucking world of cartoon bears. Just busting heads. You can say what you want about Paddington, but the raincoat, I guarantee you, he opens that bad boy up, and it's just a whole fucking slew of just day-ruining weaponry. You ever see it fucking rain on that show? Ever.
Well, they lived in London, didn't they?
I've never seen it rain on the show.
Fair enough, or maybe in the books.
But he's wearing a raincoat and rain boots and a fucking rain hat. And I know it's strictly to shield him from the blood of his enemies. And he's going to go sort some shit out. He's going to that fucking woods. And when he's pedophilia is going to come to a fucking abrupt end. Let me tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm. So you see him as the friggin'
Punisher of cartoon bears. Absolutely.
I don't know why I was thinking John Wick for some reason. He's like the...
Nobody killed Paddington's puppy, okay?
Okay. Did he even have... wasn't there a puppy on that show?
I don't fucking know.
But anyways, but yeah, you're right. He is the Punisher, the anti-hero of the bear world. But,
he's gonna fuck some shit up, I think. And Yogi is next in line.
Okay, Yogi.
Grand Theft Picnic Basket. That's a thing. It is.
It is. And it's like, he's an asshole. Despite how it's like, you know, Ranger Smith may look like the uptight asshole, the guy's at least trying to do his job. He realizes his life choices suck.
I think he's crooked.
Who, Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have he might have a hidden agenda, but freaking Yogi doesn't eat berries or twigs or whatever the hell bears eat. He has to steal these poor campers' picnic baskets.
He straight up robs people.
He is. He's a thief.
Well, you were siding with him. Again, you're a turncoat, motherfucker. You just, like, turn on everybody whose side you were once on. Because you defended him, you defended Winnie, and I'm not having it. You were talking all sorts of shit about Paddington.
Okay.
For the longest time. What do you mean, okay?
Well, excuse me. Paddington, I don't know. I just didn't care for him as a kid. Like...
You shut your filthy mouth.
And I'm sorry, but marmalade is disgusting. I'm sorry if you like that stuff, but what normal person likes orange rinds on their toast? Or whatever the heck.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So there's something wrong there.
But I will counter that with fuck honey, too.
No.
It's gross.
It's delicious.
It's gross.
Depends what kind you buy. If you buy the unpasteurized honey, it's awesome. But, you know, you have your Billy B nonsense in the grocery store and all that. Okay, I can understand where you came from. But it is good. It just depends where you find it.
No, it's gross.
No, it's delicious.
It's just different variations of gross.
No, it's awesome.
Listen here, man. I'll give you the Paddington thing. I don't understand the whole marmalade thing because that's fucking gross to me. But another thing that may not be a popular thing to say, but fuck it. I'm going to put this out there right now. If you think for 1 second that marmalade and jam are the same thing, you're a fucking degenerate.
Mm-hmm. I mean...
I just laid down the law on that.
I know.
I will not budge.
Well, that's fine. I'm agreeing. The marmalade is disgusting. Like...
But it's not jam. It's not the same thing.
What the hell is it?
I don't know, but it's certainly not jam. And I'm coming out guns blazing on this one. I don't give a fuck if somebody disagrees. If you disagree, then you're sick in the head. Because jam is halfway decent sometimes, depending on the kind.
Yep. For sure, like your strawberry, your raspberry, and that. But when you get into weird variations like apple and apricot, no.
Okay, fuck jam. Like, how did we get on that subject when these bears still need to be dealt with?
Fair enough.
What about... I don't even know if this counts. Like, is the Sugar Crisp bear, like, off limits here?
No, actually, because he's actually a well-known cartoon bear of the popular culture world.
I mean, he is, but... At the same time, there's going to come a time where we have to sort out who the best cereal mascot is. So maybe he's reserved for that conversation.
Yeah, we'll save that for another day.
Then again, he has a thing for fucking cereal. He's got an addiction problem.
Yeah, like, you see his eyes?
He's crazy.
He's doing something that's craving.
He's done some shit for that cereal. Let me fucking tell you.
Mm-hmm. And he knows. He's smiling.
Oh yeah.
He's guilty as shit.
He looks sinister, and I don't like it. And he weirds me the fuck out. And I think he's done some rather questionable shit for that fucking cereal. And I don't like it at all. It's unsettling to me. And when I go down the cereal aisle, I feel like I need to watch my back.
Mm-hmm. But I will point out, he is wearing clothes. Maybe no pants.
See, no pants. Is he wearing pants? Or is it just that fucking, like, that shirt?
I think it's just a shirt.
Like a turtleneck or something, no?
Actually, when I think of it, none of these bears wear pants.
Yeah, what the fuck? Paddington at least covers up with a raincoat.
Yeah, he's covering, his goods, but you're right. But Yogi just has a tie, like he's a freaking Chippendales dancer. But, like, Winnie just has that crop top that he obviously outgrew so long ago.
I mean, Yogi does have that dapper looking fucking hat, though.
Yeah, that is true.
But, again, no pants.
Yeah.
And what is with that?
He has a collar, too, don't forget.
Oh, yeah. What's with the fucking bow tie?
He wears a tie. Boo Boo wears the bow tie.
My mistake. You're right. I stand fucking corrected.
Yep.
Bow ties are fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. But a tie with no shirt? What in the fuck is that about?
I don't know. Some weird housewife fantasy. Who the hell knows?
Ew. What fucking housewife is fucking fantasizing about bears wearing only a tie and a fucking pretty bitchin' hat?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, just that attire, maybe on an attractive man or whatnot.
Can you really call that attire at this point?
Accessories.
Like, I fucking take umbrage with this whole thing. Oh, and another fucking that just came to mind. I'm gonna put this out there. Fuck Rupert Bear.
Oh my god. He's wearing pants!
Yeah. To stay off your radar.
Yeah, but friggin' Rupert.
He wants to seem like he's on the level, and I don't think so. How the fuck is he so well dressed for a bear? He's up to something. Maybe he's the drug lord that Blu's fucking trafficking shit for.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, I just thought of one. Little Bear.
Yeah, he's kind of innocent. Like, sort of.
But he's fully naked, and his parents are wearing clothes.
Well, that's on them then, isn't it?
That's bad parenting.
That's fucking, like, that's negligence.
It is. They're just like, run free, child. Your friends wear clothes, and we wear clothes, but you can be a nudist.
But maybe they're just hippie-ass bears. Like, is that a crime?
No, but yeah, just remember that. But I don't know. I always wondered why the hell he's not wearing at least a shirt or at least a tie like Yogi. Wearing nothing. He's just totally bare naked, for lack of a better term.
Was that a pun?
Yeah, it was.
And it was fully intended. Mm-hmm. I'm almost impressed by this. All right, well, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, he's a kid. I think the problem there is maybe Paddington has to go sort some shit out with the parents. Mm-hmm. I think
bad parenting.
That's up to his discretion. Mm-hmm. But I think ultimately, when Paddington goes on his, like, fucking rampage of just blood and marmalade everywhere, I think Yogi's gonna get his. Mm-hmm. But Little Bear and Boo Boo, I think, are off limits because
they're kids.
Yeah, and
what about Rupert, though? He's a kid.
Is he?
He is. I think he is.
I don't know. I mean, fuck that accent, too. Like, what the fuck? And that scarf really pisses me off.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, but what kind of accent he have? I don't remember.
He's like English or some shit.
Oh, yeah. But he's not cool like Paddington.
Well, no. Paddington is like the OG of fucking English bears. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Paddington's gonna snuff out that fucking neighbor of his, too, because he's kind of a dick.
Again, like I said, I don't have too much experience with that. I know they released that Paddington movie, but I didn't pay attention. I was just that. But yeah, if your neighbor's rude and that, like, how dare he? Paddington's gonna sort him out.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. Mm-hmm. There's no excuse for being that fucking hateful towards such a badass bear that's trying to keep your streets clean and drug-free and pedophile-free.
Exactly. He's trying to save these kids. Unless that neighbor has a secret.
But maybe.
Maybe there's something, that's why he's so upset. He's probably guilty. What if he's the ringleader of all this and the bears are just his lackeys?
Well, at the end of the day, I think Paddington's going to go out to the woods and he's going to sort some shit out with Winnie, the pedophile. And that just butters my bread, man. I look forward to it. And I think ultimately he's going to be the only one left alive because if he digs enough, I bet you he'll find that Baloo's not as clean as he comes across as. Mm-hmm. Because he don't wear no damn pants. Flying around in his plane with his nuts out.
Mm-hmm. He's airing them out, man.
I don't like that.
But the thing is, too, he probably owes some drug money, so Maybe the cartel, Shere Khan, will take care of that.
You know, he is like the drug ring leader. That fucking tiger is up to no good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just a dick all around.
Mm-hmm.
And in every aspect, even in Jungle Book, he was kind of a dick.
Well, he tried to kill Mowgli, remember?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a straight up murderer. And I know, like, cartoon bears are Paddington's jurisdiction. Maybe tigers are off limits, but maybe he'll make an exception. And while he's handling Baloo's business, maybe he'll just fuck him up too.
Maybe.
But you hate Paddington, and I don't like that. That's unsettling.
I don't hate him. I just have no real opinion. I think it's that damn marmalade that's rubbing me the wrong way.
So the marmalade's a deal breaker.
It is. I can't respect anyone that eats that stuff. I'm sorry if you eat it, but it's gross. I tried it. I just can't. It's orange peels.
It is.
In jelly.
Ew.
That's basically what it is.
Okay, well, honey is just like fucking bee syrup that they do fuck knows what with to make the shit. I don't like it. It's gross. It tastes like shit.
Okay, but if you have to pick between the honey and the marmalade.
Oh, I have to go with the bee syrup every time.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Sorry, I love oranges and shit, but, you know your limits, man. Know your bounds and stay the fuck out of the jam territory, because you're trying to be something you're not, and marmalade is not fucking jam.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think, in the end, Paddington, being the law-abiding citizen that he is going to let Yogi's little buddy there, his accomplice, live. Just strictly because Paddington respects the hunting laws.
Yeah, and plus maybe he's trying to send a message.
Yeah, and he's hoping, I think, that, Boo Boo will turn his life around and grow into a law-abiding citizen. But if he doesn't, I think by your 18th birthday, my friend, you are done. I think you're going to hear fucking rubber rain boots coming, and it's going to be too late. And you're going to be stuffed in a picnic basket. And it's not going to be good times for anyone.
No, absolutely not.
Except for Paddington, because why the fuck wouldn't it be? Mm-hmm. I think he takes pride in his work. I think he enjoys what he does.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, where did Paddington even come from? I was just thinking that. Like, did he just appear at some English family's house?
Yeah, from parts unknown, bro. He's like the green bastard.
Yeah, and again, I mean, that's probably why he's, like you're saying, he's the savior of us from these corrupt bears.
Yeah, he just shows up, fucks shit up, cleans the streets up, and then on to the next place.
Yeah. But we didn't finish about the Berenstain Bears. We kind of just left them in the dust.
Yeah, fair enough. I like I said, I think they were involved in some kind of like mafia shit. I think Pa Bear's a fucking snitch, and they had to change their name and dress like hillbillies and fucking move to bumfuck nowhere
And go into witness protection.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, and it's funny. You grow up originally, and it was like mother, papa, brother, and sister. Now they got Honey Bear.
Who the fuck is Honey Bear?
They apparently Mama Bear got knocked up again, and now there's another one.
That's perverse.
Perverse.
Yeah. Well, they had to be fucking.
Well, yeah, obviously. How do you think the other two bears showed up?
Yeah, that's true, but I think it's just unsettling. But why in the fuck is there no famous, like, koala bear or panda fucking bear?
No, there is a famous panda bear.
Who?
Po from Kung Fu Panda.
That's a little too new.
Fair enough.
But whose side is he on? If he's, like, this kung fu master, how come he's not out there cleaning these fucking streets and, like, kicking the shit out of these criminal fucking bears that's making all bears look like scumbags?
Isn't he kind of... I've seen the first movie once, but isn't he kind of like the Leslie Nielsen character, the Naked Gun of the bear world?
Like fucking incompetent?
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't seen the fucking movie.
I mean, like I said, I saw it years and years ago, and that's what I got. I mean, Jack Black voices him, so...
Another unpopular opinion, I'm not a fan of Jack Black.
No?
Not at all. I don't fucking find him funny, really. He has his moments where I'll kind of, like, giggle, maybe. But I just don't find him that funny.
No way.
I kind of find him obnoxious and annoying. And I think Pauly Shore's funnier. And he's supposed to be obnoxious and annoying, and he does it well. He owns it. Mm-hmm. But I think Pauly Shore looks like Richard Simmons.
Yeah, he does. And Jack Black, I don't know. He reminds me... I swear, possibly... I think I had a teacher in elementary school that looked like him, but that's where I'm getting it from. But I'm sorry, the one part in Orange County, that was one of his earlier works, kind of stupid. It just kills me every time. When he's, like, trying... this, I guess the building burns down or something at the college, and... Ben Stiller's the cop questioning him, and he's like, oh yeah, she's crazy. She burned it down. She's a liar. Anyways, back to that. But going back, but to the Berenstain Bears, like you did say, they are like the Florida residents of the bear world, and I think they're
like the people of Walmart. Of
exactly.
The cartoon bear world.
Yeah, it is. But you ever notice the other inhabitants of bear country? Like, they are, like, really, like, they'll wear the overalls, like, one strap, like Papa Bear, but no shirt.
Hey, man, back in the 90s, that was straight gangster.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe that shows that he was involved in some shit. Maybe he's, like, an OG, like a fucking drug dealer or something.
Maybe.
And now...
the woodworking.
He went and snitched on, his suppliers, and now they want his ass dead, so...
He had to protect his family.
And they did it the most half-assed way, because they just changed his name spelling a little bit. And they're like, fuck you guys. They want Paddington to get him.
They do. But
I think it's a setup, personally.
it is, but they're living in bliss, like, and all that. But, actually, I just remembered another famous panda bear family. In the Berenstain Bears, they were new neighbors. So there we go. But they don't really count. They were in one book. So... again, I just thought of that. That was before Kung Fu Panda Po.
Didn't they have like an issue with those fucking... Are they racist?
I don't know. But I remember if you look at the cover, friggin' Papa is just being upset. Maybe.
Well, yeah, he looks right pissed off.
Yeah, but maybe again, they're part of the witness protection as well. The Asian chapter.
So
the Chinese chapter. So they had to maybe... The father bear of that family was a snitch too, so they're like, okay.
So you think like those pandas are like the fucking Yakuza or some shit of cartoon bears?
Maybe, and that's why Papa's like pissed off, because he thought he was running the bear country town, is the OG of the drug cartel.
Okay, so we basically agree that fucking Paddington is the tits. And he is the only moral compass of the fucking bear community, cartoon bear community. Mm-hmm. And he's going to sort everything out. And it's going to be a mess. And can we agree that the bears are just, for the most part, scumbag degenerates?
Yeah, you know what? I have to say agree with you on that. Because when you think of it, they all have their dirty laundry.
Well, I mean, Tigger's obviously a meth addict.
Yeah, but he's a tiger.
What? Yeah, I know, but he's high-strung as shit. Mm-hmm. And he hangs around a pedophile bear. Mm-hmm. And...
would you want to be high as shit to hang around that prick?
Yeah, maybe, but you like him.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. Probably because he had a gun. He did have a gun. He kept a gun by his bed.
Explain yourself.
Oh.
When?
And there is an episode, and it's actually a meme.
Was it like a rifle?
Yeah, it was a rifle.
But didn't it have like a cork on a fucking string at the end of it or something?
Yeah, it did.
So what is he gonna do with that? Put someone's fucking eye out?
Maybe. Or in Christmas Story, Red Ryder, you'll shoot your eye out.
Hey man, it's pretty quick and easy to reload though, no?
Yes, it is.
Alright, well, you weren't here. I guess we can fucking end on that note that we agree on that, sort of. We'll agree to disagree on the honey fucking thing. Mm-hmm. But earlier, you weren't here, I was talking about unpopular opinions, and this one's probably going to rub people the wrong fucking way too, but movie remakes, I think they have their place. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go put myself fully out there right now and say the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, I liked it.
I hated it.
I loved it.
I hated it. Just because Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger.
I know.
I get it, but he's not going to be around forever. God love him. That's going to be a sad day. But just, you know, we're used to the special effects makeup that they had. Now you have all this CGI nonsense. And he just looked weird. He didn't look intimidating. I was like, what is this?
Okay, but...
He looked like Down syndrome Freddy Krueger.
That's just rude, but... Shit. Like, I'm saying... Now, hear me out. If you were to just watch it with no comparison to the original, then I dig it. I can understand the things that... But I think people kind of went into it just deciding immediately beforehand that they hated it. I think people went to see it just to pick it apart.
Probably, yeah.
Because if you look at the shit people say about it, it's like people are saying, oh, it's laziness because they took all the parts that are so memorable from the original and redid it.
That's true.
Then they're saying that they were overshooting by doing it with new technology and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, well, first you're saying they're lazy, now you're saying that they took too many liberties and tried too many new things. And, you know, I just think people are looking to find a reason to hate it. And if you compare it to the original, fine, I get that. But I think that overall, I liked it. Mm-hmm. I think anything to do with that character, I love. Mm-hmm. And I think people are just hard on it. And that goes for Halloween as well. Mm-hmm. And I know people are going to fucking be sending me mad hate mail saying that Rob Zombie fucking butchered it and whatever. But
I like that one, though.
So do I. It has its place, but I'm not going to compare it to the original version.
To John Carpenter's. No, absolutely
not. But going back to Nightmare on Elm Street, I think the actor did a fine job of keeping the character somewhat familiar, but making it his own. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a place for that. And I know people are like, fucking movie remakes, man. They suck. They got to stop doing that. Nobody's got an original idea anymore. Okay, come on, man. How many years now, how many decades or century even has movies, been a thing that at some point, I tell anybody right now, you can email the show with any idea that you come up with that you think is original. But before you send it to me, go on Google and look up that concept and you try and see if you don't come up with at least one fucking or two movies that, even if they're obscure as shit, are not relatively close to your idea. At this point, how are you going to come up with anything that hasn't been done before? So I think kind of rehashing movies that have been done before keeps them fucking alive and well. Because there's going to be people that had never heard of the original fucking movies in some cases. And I get that. Nightmare on Elm Street's not one of those things because everybody knows who Freddy is. He's like the Santa Claus of horror movies. Like, you'll never not hear that name. But I think, people are super hard on remakes, and I dig them. I think they're sometimes well done. I think sometimes they kind of miss their mark. But I personally liked it. You hated it. Can we agree on a middle ground here? The remake, in my view, can we agree on this?
Okay.
The remake was better than the original part 2.
Yes. I will give you that.
At least meet me halfway.
I will meet you halfway. The part 2 was just garbage. I'm surprised.
It was awful.
It probably would have almost killed the franchise.
I think so.
But it didn't, thank God, because
if Robert Englund didn't do the second one, then it would have been done.
It would have been done.
I think it would have been dead in the water.
Oh, absolutely.
The new Halloween was really good.
Yes, it was. I like that one.
I loved it. I personally thought it was great. I know some people thought it kind of was lacking or it didn't live up to what they expected. And I personally loved it. I thought it was very well done. I thought it was super cool that Carpenter was doing it again, that Jamie Lee Curtis is in it again.
Oh, yes.
And I felt like it really had that vibe from the first original one, and I think it was well done. I look forward to the second one because there is, in fact, going to be a second one, and I heard a third one, and then it's going to be done there. The third one's going to be like the final one.
The final one.
Yeah. Friday the 13th, the remake.
I didn't like it. It was too dark. I don't know if it's the way they filmed it. It had its moments, but see, they add the sister angle because to me, Friday the 13th is about, Jason and his mother Pamela Voorhees. I mean, in Friday the 13th, part 9, Jason goes to hell. They throw in the whole sister angle again with this. I think her name was Diana or something, if I recall. I don't like that. I mean, you go 8 movies, and then all of a sudden the writers are like, oh, now let's see, Jason has a sister now. Well, why wasn't she at the camp watching her brother that has a disability and can't swim? I'm just saying. I'm
going to disagree and say I liked it. But I agree, it was filmed rather dark, so it's really hard to make out what was happening half the time.
Yeah.
But other than that, I kind of thought it was cool. I thought the angle was good. The end was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. It's one that I don't need to watch more than once.
No, I agree. I mean...
But I did kind of dig it. But as you were saying with the older ones, the original ones, as they got further, they just got fucking stupid.
They did. I mean, Jason Goes to Manhattan and that, which I know...
That was great.
It was great. I like it too. I know a lot of people will butcher that one up, but I liked it just because when part 6 hit to 10, Jason X, Kane Hodder played Jason Voorhees, and to me, in my opinion, he was the best actor to portray Jason.
I don't think anybody is going to disagree with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, the first couple, it was just kind of all over the place. Like, I mean, considering first one, Jason's not technically in the movie. He appears at the end as a child, but the adult Jason's not in the movie. And then you go to the second one, where he shows up with the sack gimmick. And then the third one's when he does get the hockey mask. But then, yeah, I mean, part 5 too, Jason wasn't in that too. It was a wannabe, someone posing as Jason.
I hated that one.
Oh my god, I hate that one too.
Like, I really fucking hated that one. That to me was like the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Yes.
Of the whole...
Friday the 13th franchise.
I think I would have enjoyed more if Jason went to Manhattan and just became like a cab driver. Fucking for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no kidding.
It would have been more entertaining than some dickhead pretending to be Jason.
To get vengeance on the death of his son. But it was stupid. Like, oh my gosh. That's why I did like part 6. I know you don't like it either, but I just like because they reintroduced the Tommy Jarvis character. Yes.
I didn't like him.
Okay, you didn't, but I was going to say he was in part 5, but then all of a sudden he's back again. But you don't like Tommy, eh?
He's a punk bitch.
I mean, Corey Feldman played him in part 4, so...
I don't like him.
Yeah, okay, well...
And, like, not on a personal level, I don't know the guy, but, like, acting-wise, I don't know. I just haven't seen anything he was in that I truly felt I liked. Mm-hmm. And he just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, let's give it in that movie... Like, yeah, I can't really think of, again, like you said, too, anything Corey really did that stands out. But in that movie, I didn't care for him. I mean, the one part that he just drove me nuts about is just the way he acted. And then when this couple in the cabin across from them starts, they're about to get their screw on, he's all like, like he's acting like he's like ramming his head into the pillow and stuff, and then his mom comes in and cox blocks him and closes the curtain so he can't see this bitch about to get railed. But
so these people are, let me get this straight, these people are trying to get their premaritals on, and this little pervert is just like staring. What the fuck?
Yeah, and then his mom's like puts a stop to that shit.
Well, good on her. Yeah. Because that's proper parenting, because he's being a fucking peeping Tom pervert.
Exactly. But this is before internet, okay?
Okay, so he didn't have easy access to porn.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's just watching.
Or didn't have daddy or uncle's like stash of porn mags, so.
Okay. Was he using binoculars?
No.
Oh, okay, that tones it down a little bit.
But, of course, this girl's just... don't think she was topless or she was about to be standing near the window, and it's like she knew what she was doing.
Oh yeah, she's a degenerate too. Maybe she likes
a lot
it.
of those kids in those movies are.
And that's why they get killed, because maybe
doesn't-
Jason is like the moral compass of the whole thing. Maybe he's the Paddington Bear of camping.
Yeah, he's gotta be. Woods, bears, so he's a human.
Right.
Version of
Or maybe he's just Paddington in a fucking cool costume.
It could very well
sorting
be.
some shit out outside of his bear jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm. He very well could be.
Huh.
I mean, that's why it's funny. When I grew up, I never saw Jason as, like, just, mindlessly killing people. I mean, Jason does have a compass. Again, like Paddington. That's why it could very well be Paddington in a really cool getup. He goes into a cabin, there's full of kids, doesn't lay a finger on them.
That's true. I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I'm like, good on you.
I was like, that humanized him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm just going to throw this down. Jason or Myers?
Oh, why you do this? Well...
In a fight.
In a fight?
In a pillow fight.
In a pillow fight.
Fucking pillow fight.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Jason's essentially a zombie.
Okay.
And he has a ridiculous type of strength. Like...
But Myers is strong as shit.
They both are. See, that's the problem. So... I don't know. It's just... But, I mean, Jason can hold his own. Look at Freddy versus Jason. He had, like, fucking Freddy, chopping away at Jason with his friggin' machete and kicking the crap out of this man, and he's still going. He still had the last hit before the chick decapitated Freddy.
That is true, but you see, that's the thing, is Jason had all that outside help.
True.
So, here's how it goes down then. I say Myers and Jason are going at it, and then Freddy comes in with a steel chair and just fucks them both up. And then it's a interference, fucking disqualification, and there's no true winner.
Yeah, there's no contest.
None at all.
Okay, I think that's a good way, because I know everyone has their own things. I mean...
Who's better?
I have to go with my boy Jason. I'm sorry, because I grew up with that, and I just love the whole concept of, like... I mean, they're both troubled youths, when you think of it. Like... I mean, well, Myers, he was just more disturbed. Jason's more innocent because he was disabled, and he became a victim of negligence because the campers were screwing around when he decided to go for a swim. And if you see in Freddy vs. Jason, he's bullied and pushed into the lake, and again, nobody saves him.
So you're trying to tell me that because of all that shit, that just automatically makes Jason better than Myers?
Well...
I say fuck you twice on Sunday.
Hey!
I'm going with Myers.
Fine, but sorry, but Jason just holds that space in my heart, and... but yeah, Myers is cool too, but just because he's going after his poor sister, Laurie Strode, like...
Yeah, in the new one though, they... kibosh that.
Laurie's out to get him.
So what if then instead, because in the new movie now they're saying that she's not related to him. What if in part 2 they go to Maury to settle this shit and do a DNA test and find out once and for all, is she fucking related to him or is it just bullshit?
True. When it comes to Laurie Strode, Michael, you are the brother. Now you need Hulk Hogan in there.
That would be perfect.
Brother, let me tell you something.
There would be so many brothers in that fucking show in like a 30-minute span.
Oh my gosh.
And hopefully like a leg drop. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a cool-ass movie.
Yes, that would.
And then somebody's going to shank Maury just because the news is not going to be good either way. And people aren't going to handle it well.
Oh, you leave Maury alone, man.
I got no beef with the guy, but I mean, Myers is a fucking loose cannon. So he's probably going to fucking cut somebody. And I think it's going to be Maury and his stupid little cue cards.
Probably, and his glasses and shit. But, oh my god, I tell you, growing up in the 90s, staying home from sick, he was my man.
I remember when that show used to be about other shit. And then it just became all fucking paternity
testing, and families are, I have a secret, I cheated on you.
Right. And then they fucking, it's so repetitious. Like, I don't like it.
No.
And I don't know. All those shows are just fucking smut.
Well, I mean, wasn't Jerry Springer kind of like that too, and then he just went to straight garbage?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, in the early days, sure. But I don't know. I don't like any of those shows. Except for my man Geraldo. Like, he's the shit, bro.
See, I didn't have him, so I can't really say so. But didn't he get punched on TV?
He fucking right he did. Right in the face.
Oh, man. Poor Geraldo.
He got his nose broken on live TV, and I saw it. Ugh. I think he got hit in the face with a chair or a coffee mug or some shit.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, shit got heated, and he was throwing down. Now he's on Fox News, and...
You don't fuck with him. They send him out in the field. No one's gonna fuck with him.
Exactly. We got, like, way off topic here, but yeah, I dig it the most because... Fuck. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I hate more, talk shows or Nightmare on Elm Street 2. It's like...
I have to... There's too many friggin' stupid talk shows. Like, I remember, who is it? There was Wendy Williams, Tyra Banks, and then Ricky Lake. All these people just get a damn talk show.
You leave Ricky Lake alone. I like that bitch.
No, I do. I'm just saying, like, I'm just throwing it out there how many people I know just all of a sudden they have their own talk shows and that, like, you know.
True.
And, like, I don't know, man, but it's just, some of it's just like, I'd just rather not do, I could do without. I mean, the only really talk shows I think are the ones that are, like, the staples, like Oprah. Okay, she's been around since the 80s. But, you know, I mean, let's face it, that's just basically Christmas for adults. Like, you get a car, you get a trip to Florida, or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she's just flaunting her money.
Yeah, she is, but...
I don't dig it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but Ellen DeGeneres does the same thing.
That's true, but I don't like her either.
Oh, God, no, I'm sorry, I don't either. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. I don't find her funny.
No.
And then she focuses too much on stupid things. Like, those two little English girls, the ballerina things. It was cute, yeah, they sang Nicki Minaj. But then it's like, just let them go to school, man.
Yeah.
Like, why are you pulling them out of school to dress in tutus and that?
That
is bad parenting right there. Why isn't Paddington dealing with this?
I don't know. Maybe he will. But, anyways, at the end of the day, I think horror movie remakes are cool. Mm-hmm. It was pretty good. I kind of dig it. Mm-hmm. And, like I said, I know people are going to fucking probably email and be like, how dare you? Mm-hmm. Horror movie remakes should stop and never have. I disagree 110%. I think they have their place. If you don't compare them to the originals, I think they have their qualities to them that are redeeming. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. I really fucking like some of them. Mm-hmm. And then some others totally missed the mark, and I get that.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, if you look at the originals, like, they went from really good to, like, the more they did to bleed it dry of every dime they could get out of it. It just got really fucking stupid.
They go until the well runs dry.
But another unpopular opinion here is Jason X was awesome.
Didn't like it.
Loved it.
The space thing.
I loved it for, it was like self-aware that it was campy and cheesy and lame and just over-the-top stupid. They knew what they were fucking doing. That was the intent. Mm-hmm. And I dig it. I thought it was well done.
Mm-hmm. But it's just, to me, what bugs me is the whole space thing, you know. Oh, you want to spice something up? Put them in space.
I know. Like Leprechaun in space.
Oh, God.
So fucking stupid.
Muppets in space.
I don't like Muppets in general. But Muppet Babies was a cool show. Mm-hmm.
But just going forward, like, cosmic this, space that, it's like you run out of ideas. How do we make it better? Put them in space. But just...
Maybe space doesn't want your garbage, bro.
Maybe.
How about that? Stop littering space with fucking overdone tripe. How about that? Mm-hmm. But
Jason X, yeah, no. Didn't like it, and Jason just looked weird. You see the Halloween costumes for that stuff? He looked fucking fat.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He looked puffy. Like, not jacked. He looked fat.
You got really high-pitched on that. Fucking, that really upsets you.
Yes! It's just... It was not threatening at all. It's just in this...
I liked it.
I mean, they hit the mark in the beginning of the movie when he was in his classic getup, you know, the hockey mask, the coveralls. He looked great. He looked jacked. And I believe Kane Hodder was in that one, too.
Of course.
Yeah, he was. You know, God love him. But, yeah, as soon as they did the stupid trans metal bullshit stuff, he just looked...
I loved it. It was like Terminator and fucking Jason had a love child and created this little...
But he looked like he shoved pillows in his outfit. He looked puffy.
I don't care about that, man. Maybe send Richard Simmons up to space to fucking help him lean out a little bit.
Maybe. Lose a couple pounds. Tone to the bone, man. Sweat it out to the oldies.
Maybe killing a few people will kind of burn some calories.
Maybe.
You're so judgy.
Oh, my God. Oh, no, but just... I
liked it. We disagree. Fine. We agree to disagree. I liked it. And I would fucking throw money down, even as stupid as it would be, to see Freddy go to fucking space.
Oh my gosh.
I would. And everyone's going to email me and be like, you're an idiot. Who wants to see that? This fucking guy. That's who. Mm-hmm. I dig it. I'm here for it. I don't know about you, but I am not judging.
I would be curious. I'll give it a try. I'll be curious.
It's got to be Robert Englund, though.
Yes, absolutely.
So, meet me halfway on this. I'll give you that. It'll be Robert Englund going to fucking space and fucking NASA's shit up. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Okay, I can get on board with that.
What about Myers in space?
I feel like it'd be like Jason in space.
Okay, so at the end of the day, remakes. Yay or nay, where we stand, let's wrap this shit up and get this.
Depending on the material or if the original, they can be done well. So, I will say yay. Depending. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. But depending on what?
On how much influence the original had. I mean, sometimes the remake's better than the original. Sometimes.
Okay, real quick here, because I said earlier, fuck Star Wars, and I think people are gonna fucking... I think I hurt some feelings on that shit. Mm-hmm. Where do you stand on that?
I think they're well done, the remakes.
I'm not talking remakes, I'm talking, like, in general, as a whole.
Oh, well, they're not really remakes, they're just chapters. I don't mind them, but again, I'm not one for the whole space hokey pokey stuff. I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna get hate mail, but
yeah,
it's not for me.
I don't dig it at all.
It's not for me. Even Star Trek and anything like that. Personally, You're a
little more diplomatic than I am, because I just came out like guns blazing, like fuck Star Wars, and like I just went off on a tangent on that shit, and I think people are gonna get so upset.
Yep.
And Lord of the Rings, same thing.
No, you gotta leave that shit. I love that shit.
I don't like it. I think it's fucking... I don't see the appeal. I just don't.
But each their own. But see, I like that. I'm more of... See, yeah, that's more my wheelhouse. But space,
Harry Potter sucks.
I like the first couple, but then it started to just go off, and I'm like, I'm just done with this now. It's just getting ridiculous.
Alright, cool. Well, let's wrap this shit up, because we have to get this up and out to the people so they can send us all that hate mail. Mm-hmm. So, thanks for listening to the nonsense. We'll be back again next week with some more bullshit that you'll probably send me all sorts of hate mail for, and I look forward to reading it. And if you have any kind of stories or anything, any opinions on this shit that you want aired, send the fucking email, bro. I'll probably read it. And if it's super ignorant and hateful and you take things way too seriously, I'm not going to feed the trolls, bro. I'm not going to do it. I have no food to spare for y'all. So, keep it respectful at least, but you can totally disagree with my views. That's fine. Give us your opinion, and I'm cool with that, man. Maybe we'll read it. So, next week, maybe cereal mascots.
Oh, yeah.
Who sucks? Who's the best? Let's get to the bottom of that shit. So, next week, we'll be back. And thanks for listening to this shit, if you still are. Because it's so over the top. But that's the idea, right? Is let's not take life so fucking seriously. We'll be back with more nonsense next week to hit you with, and hopefully you enjoyed the first show. It had some growing pains, I think. It's a little bit, out of our wheelhouse to figure all this shit out, but we'll get there, man. Mm-hmm. And as we go along, we'll figure things out a little further. We'll learn how to polish things and clean it up. So, next week, cereal mascots. Who's the best? What are their issues? And who sucks?